All right, everyone. So good evening. Welcome to an impromptu hour or so of Q&A here on the stream. Normally I wouldn't do this, but we were playing Halo Infinite tonight. It's my final stream of the week, by the way. I'm off tomorrow. And we're playing, and number one, the ranked match quality was terrible. The ranked match quality was incredibly delayed. So then I swapped over to Big Team Battle, and it was working and way less delay. But people were basically kind of a little annoyed. They were like, man, we would have really liked a more interactive stream here tonight. And we were not getting it because when you play the game, you got to be hyper-focused on a competitive game like that. So I told everyone, you know what? Fine. I'll switch over then. We'll switch over and we'll do something different. So I did. So for about an hour here, we're going to chill and do some Q&A. All right? That simple. Hey, by the way, guys, if you like the fact that I did this, I listened to you, please give the stream a like. Right now, we're at 76 likes. It would be great if we get to the 100, which is the goal that I'm trying to do for every stream this year. And, hey, any more contributions would be greatly appreciated, considering that, we don't even have the first tips goal or anything tonight. I'll be here for about an hour, okay? All right, we start off with Brink, who says, has Halo got the worst netcode of all the games I played? Hell no. It's not bad. It's just frustrating that you can't get consistent connections. Like for example, tonight, Game Tracker just said it. He said, when you were playing ranked, it felt like a different game. Everything's delayed. You're doing things you can see. The melee isn't connecting. Everything, the bullets are delayed, not hitting. But then I played Big Team Battle and it seemed to be much better. You're right. It's night and day, and that's the problem. When you're playing a game and every time you play it, you don't know what you're gonna get. It's very frustrating, especially when they're lying about the connections. Every match tonight that I played in Halo said 30 milliseconds, and it wasn't true. It's just not true. But no, I've played much worse. There's been much worse netcode. The game that comes to mind that was the absolute worst netcode. When the Xbox 360 was new and they were just starting to add online functionality to all the games on there, they actually were selling Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting as an Xbox Live Arcade game, okay? I bought it, and man, it was some of the worst connections I've ever seen. It was insanely slow-mo. Like, you felt like you were playing underwater in a vat of molasses that was encased in concrete. It was like, everything was like, so bad. And first-person shooters over the years, yeah, there have been some iterations of games that have just been terrible. 672 just said, what about MAG? I remember MAG sometimes was great and other times was absolutely terrible. So, okay. Malcolm is asking, of all the games in February, what am I most excited for? I mean, overall, probably Elden Ring. Because that's the next game from Software. I really enjoyed playing the games and the lore behind them and the game mechanics and everything. But in addition to that, you guys really love watching me play From Software games. People come out of the cracks. You know what I mean? Wow, Phil's playing From Software. We're doing it. And they'll jump on the streams, and it becomes a really fun, interactive experience for many, many weeks that I play those games. I would say the other one's King of Fighters. And I really hope King of Fighters 15 ends up being really, really good. Because I want another fighting game to play that's not old school Street Fighter, and all the other modern ones I'm pretty much done with at this point. It would definitely be cool to have a new game in the rotation. Now, not to say that I'm not excited for like Horizon Forbidden West or Dying Light 2, but those are kind of more, I hope they're good, and if they are great, but I'm more focused on the other ones, honestly. So, okay. No, I don't do edited game reviews on my YouTube channel anymore, Serving Trey. I did a long time ago. It takes a lot of effort and time to put them together. And the fact that those videos basically don't get any kind of revenue outside of ad revenue, I can't do it. I did. At one point, I was doing that a whole year of my life. I was dedicated to a channel called KO Gaming, where I was making heavily edited game reviews, countdowns, and other things. And YouTube demonetized it on me. So I was making no money on the channel. I was like, dude, how can I take away from things that are going to pay my bills, right? So I had to become a full-time streamer, and I completely dropped all that, and I'm not going back to it at this point. So, My Ruin, I have no idea. He says, are you going to get the early version of King of Fighters? Like, if there's a special edition you play 3 days early. I don't know what I'm doing yet. We'll see. We got to see what's going on. At that time of month, I might be so inundated with other games anyway that I don't even want to play King of Fighters early. You see what I'm saying? No, I have no interest in seeing the new Jackass movie. No, I do not have a favorite Pokemon. Derek says he's back. I wonder if this is really Derek or not. But he says, over the years with games being delayed and eventually then they come out and you play them later on, were you disappointed with any of the games that have been delayed? Yeah, Cyberpunk is a piece of fucking dog shit. Even after being delayed multiple times, it was a terrible fucking game and buggy to boot. It wasn't just like, oh, it was buggy and rushed, or it was just a bad game. It was like the worst of both worlds. I would probably say out of all the games I've ever played that were delayed, that was the fucking worst. Yes. I don't have a worst game I've ever played overall. Alumni, I literally just explained to you that I had an entire channel that was dedicated to highly edited, high production value videos on YouTube. It was working. It was popular. I was making money on it, and then YouTube demonetized it for no reason. And I said, why would I dedicate all my time into putting hard work into something that I can't make a living doing? I just explained that. Why are you asking me to reiterate myself again? You basically asked the same question in a different way. Rogue, no, you didn't see it. I did a Game of the Year awards, dude. You watched my Game of the Year awards. You said, what was your Game of the Year for 2021? Watch the countdown. It's live right here on DSPGaming. Yeah. Game of the Year awards 2021. You can watch the whole thing. It was really fun to do. Ooh. Is Hideo Kojima overhyped, says Orange Cat? I definitely think Kojima gets a ridiculous amount of hype behind whatever he puts out. But what's funny about that is, like, it always was Metal Gear, Metal Gear, Metal Gear. And you notice what happened with Death Stranding. Like, personally, I liked the game. I thought Death Stranding was actually a pretty fun game when it came to the gameplay. Excuse me. When it came to the story, the graphics, the presentation, the music, all of that. The one thing that I didn't like was the gameplay. Okay? But it's funny because the fans or fanboys, whatever you want to call them, of Kojima, you know, were hyping the game, and then it came out and it's like crickets. It's almost like, you know, they realized he did something completely different, and maybe it didn't necessarily work 100%. I still think it worked. I liked the game. I did. I'm actually very happy I played it because the story was so good. But I'm actually kind of disappointed that he couldn't find a way to make it fun to play, even though in his own terms, he described it as, oh, well, the reason the gameplay is like that is because I'm telling a story through the gameplay. Yeah, but if it's not fun, you've kind of missed the point of games. Like, people play video games to disconnect from reality and do something that's fantasy and have fun with it. If it's not fun, if it's a chore, if it's tedious, if it's painful, that's not, you've missed the core aspect. You know what I'm saying? I guess what it is a lot of people want to make art, which I get. Hey, I want games to be artistic. I want games to be high-level thinking and stories and things like that. But, man, the gameplay really missed the mark in that one, in my opinion. I just did not have fun with the gameplay. Okay. Malcolm says, if you could travel any country for a vacation, what would it be? You know, either like a European tour or Japan. One or the other. Both my wife and I have talked about it, but the thing is, we are realists. We do not fantasize about things that cannot happen. Right now, because of COVID, there's no way that would happen, and also we just can't, there's no way we could afford it. You know, maybe in the future, a few years down the line, I build up this channel, to be back to what it was on Twitch, you know, and things consistently stay better with money and everything, then maybe we can look to do something like that, but there's no way we're doing anything like that anytime soon. Am I not going back to Rainbow Six Extraction? No. I already explained why when I played it. That's not my kind of game. I only did it because it was on Game Pass, and I have no desire to go back and play a co-op game like that. Only Fear of Death. I don't know what we'll be ordering for Feasting with the King, but we'll have options. Definitely Thai food and Vietnamese food will be two of the options. I don't know what the other options will be. I'll have to look into it. Alumni, no, I can't afford to hire. Boy, here we go. Number 3. Same question. He said, can you hire someone to edit your content? Alumni really likes edited content. He just can't get it out of his head that if you can have content that's not edited, it's still good. Like, he doesn't understand that this stream has value, I guess, because it's not edited. Wow. Let's see. Do I think there's other intelligent life in the universe? I don't know, but I would never shut down the possibility of it. Much like when people say, what do you think about the supernatural? Ghosts and stuff could exist. There could be things on this planet and things out there in the universe that we do not understand. We are not omnipotent. We are not omniscient. We don't know everything about everything. There's probably a lot of things we don't understand. I mean, didn't they just release a bunch of footage of unidentified flying objects that are inexplicable? They have no idea what these things are. They use technology to try to scan them, couldn't figure it out. How is it traveling that fast? What could it be? There could be creatures. There could be things out there we don't get. That's okay, I feel. I think it's okay to not always understand everything around you 100% of the time. But I'm also not one of these people who just, oh yeah, I diehard believe in aliens and I believe in ghosts, I believe in everything. I've never had an experience like that in my life. Never had a ghost experience, an alien experience. So to me, it's like, I'm not going to say it doesn't exist. Obviously, I'm not going to lean towards it does, because I see no evidence of that. I like to have an open mind, okay? Kevin did another super chat. How about letting fans edit your content for shout-outs? What? I mean, you realize I did that too, right? Like, actually, we had that going on KO Gaming. There was fan submissions. So people were doing these submissions of like edited montages of my stuff. And it was all right. It wasn't super popular. It was okay. You know, get a little bit of viewership on it. But again, I keep telling you guys, my focus is not on-demand exclusive content. For example, if I were to do a highly edited video right now, it goes on YouTube to watch. That's solely reliant on ad revenue to make any money. And ad revenue on YouTube is not good enough to warrant that kind of content. It's just not. I would have to be getting, I'm not exaggerating, I would have to be getting anywhere between like 20 to 50,000 views on an edited video to even make it worth my time to edit it. And I don't get that kind of viewership on YouTube. You guys know that. I don't have that kind of reach. So it's not worth it. Any big plans for the day off? Sorry, I got distracted because Game Checker tipped me and I'm going to shout him out in a second. Any big plans for the day off, says Stealth and Shadows. In particular, big plans, like for example, I'm trying to think what we're doing tomorrow. We're getting our haircut tomorrow. I know that. I think my wife has quite a bunch of things she wants to do because last week we were at home. We didn't have a lot of money or anything. This week, we actually, like, my wife has some money from, you know, she got paid and she's like, okay, let's go. I could do some stuff. So I think we're going to go do some shopping and stuff with her for her. Outside of that, I'm not 100% on what we're doing tomorrow. I just know that we have to drive a little bit to get our haircut. So that's about it. All right, so Game Tracker did 3 $5 tips. Thank you so much, Game Tracker. Let's immediately add that to the total here, okay? So that gets us up to $46 in total tips tonight and climbing. And let's see what he has to say. Here we go. Three installments of tips. First one, he says, Real Talk DSP. I've been enjoying when you're playing the Halo on stream, and I'll continue to attend and support them as long as you continue to play it. That said, with the new content for the game supposedly months away, yeah, it was announced today, like 3 months away, like 92 days or something. And with just how many other games you have to play, and with your viewers possibly getting tired of it, I wouldn't blame you if you decide to remove it from rotation, at least for now. You can put it in a poll if you want, since polling seems to be going well on your channel. And besides, personally, what I'm most hyped for in the next month is King of Fighters. That's the multiplayer by far I want to see the most. Congrats on meeting the members goal, by the way. Thank you. Yeah, we hit the members goal today, which was outstanding. We hit 350 members, which is exceptionally good, because I didn't think we were going to do it. So thank you guys for that. Yeah, and here's the thing as well. This month coming up is going to be so busy. Really, this month is going to be so busy that it's going to be hard for me to continuously play Halo, I feel. Even though I love doing the competitive multiplayer, it's something refreshing from just like single-player offline experiences. Look at it this way. This week, Skyrim will be a major stream for this week, but then after that, you're going to have both Skyrim and Pokemon Legends Arceus as late-night chill streams, while the daytime streams are going to be Dying Light 2 and Sifu. Then within a week of that, I believe it's King of Fighters, then it's Horizon, then it's Elden Ring. All within like 2 weeks. So with all that, like how on earth am I going to still be able to play Halo a couple times a week? I don't even think I'm going to be able to at all. So it might be, maybe this is a good thing. Maybe actually Halo has kind of come to its logical stopping point with the amount that I've been playing it. Especially after tonight playing it for only an hour and people are bored and yelling at me, hey, we want to interact, we want to interact. I said, all right, we'll do Q&A instead. And people seem to like it. In fact, views are up. So obviously something's going right here with me doing this over Halo. So yeah, maybe, you know, until maybe when it updates and they have new maps and new game modes again, maybe I'll be reinvigorated. I'll go back to it. At this point, though, yeah, I really don't necessarily think that it's going to make sense. Maybe I'll try to play it like one more time this coming week because I think I have it scheduled for Wednesday night. So maybe we'll do like one more night stream of Halo. And that'll give it kind of a send-off. and that'll be it. We'll see. Let's see. I kind of have to agree with you, Game Checker, with what you're saying, especially because there's going to be so much new stuff in February. I think it makes more sense to focus on that. Kevin just did a super chat reiterating that, saying, can we skip Halo? It's outlived its stay, in my opinion. There you go. So Kevin's backing the notion here, the sentiment. Guys, by the way, again, if you like this Q&A stream Impromptu that I'm doing, please give it a like. I'm trying to hit 100 likes on every stream on YouTube. Right now we're at 87. It would be great if we could just get that over with, and that way yes, we hit it. Okay, let's see. Ronnie the Johnny says, it's a shame slow-paced, dialogue-driven games don't really do well with your audience, because I recently finished Disco Elysium. It's one of the best games I've ever played in recent years. You know, I missed it. I didn't play it when it was new or anything. I know it's on Game Pass, but I don't think, like, even when we do the Game Pass streams and we go through the Game Pass listing, people are just, they're not really excited for it. I don't know what it is. Again, I don't know what it is. I guess you're saying it's a narrative-based game with a lot of text. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, it feels to me like a lot of the games that I like, sadly, they just don't really appeal to a mainstream viewing audience. I'm just being honest. I really like turn-based RPGs. How often do we play them, and how often do people love them, right? I grew up playing them, but I've wanted to play Lost Odyssey for 13 years. Still haven't done it. You know? It is what it is. It's the double-edged sword of being a content creator who does this for a living, right? When I had an office job, okay, and this was a hobby, it didn't matter what I played because I wasn't making money doing it. But it's my job. Now I have to make sure that what I'm doing is going to be paying the bills as well as fun for me and my audience. It's kind of a different situation. Carlton Jr. says, yeah, Disco Elysium got 9s and 10s across the board. Every site I've ever seen it, but I haven't played it myself. Huh. Pink Hughes says, can you answer the question at least? What question? Derp General says, how about a retro gameplay membership goal? For example, I loved your Little Big Planet and Call of Duty World at War playthroughs, and I would become a member instantly if so. So what you're saying is, like, a retro reward event, like if we hit a certain amount of members, the event is that I do a retro event where I play older games or something? You know, I wouldn't be against that. I don't know if that would necessarily motivate people to be a member. All right. So, by the way, we hit the members goal for the month. Excellent. That means we're going to be doing a Game Pass Marathon event in early February, likely within the first 2 weeks, where for a whole day, we're going to sit down and play Game Pass games. We'll do some polling. It'll either be games that we've already played, or like a second dose, or it'll be some games that maybe we haven't tried at all. And it'll be interesting to see, right, what kind of a mix we do. And there'll also be a Feasting with the King during that event. For February, I might as well announce it now. Ladies and gentlemen, for February, the members' goal is the return of the Viewer's Choice event. Yeah, we haven't done Viewer's Choice in a very long time, actually. If you remember, I think the last Viewer's Choice that we did was... Holy shit. The last Viewer's Choice that we did was it Fallout? Fallout New Vegas last year? I think that's what it was. I can't 100% remember. But we haven't done one in a long time now. So it's going to be Viewer's Choice, but there will be some qualifying criteria. And the thing is, it is not going to be no insanely lengthy games allowed. Seriously, I mean it. I can't have a game for Viewer's Choice that ends up being 40 to 80 hours long. They take too long, I never finish them, or they take 4 or 5 months, people lose interest because the playthrough goes on for too long. We need a game that's like maybe 20 hours long. You know what I mean? A game that's, okay, it'll take me a few weeks to beat, and I can balance with other games, but I can actually finish the fucking thing. All right? So, that's going to kind of be the qualifying criteria, and I'll let you know, what I'll do is I'll set all the details up. And give you more details about this coming week as we start February, okay? So I got to adjust the members goal. The members goal likely, we're at 352, and I know for a fact we should get a lot more members in the month of February just because of the new releases. So I'm kind of thinking maybe we should stretch it out to like 400 and see if we can hit 400 by the end of the month. I think it's doable with the amount of new releases that are going to be coming out. I guess we'll see. I'll think about it, okay? Uzi Gohard to me $1.50 and says, I'm not a troll. Everything I say here is meant to make my friends laugh, I would appreciate an unban. Yes, but you fucking said something very insulting about another stream chatter, and you know exactly what it was, and you think it's funny because you think you get away with it. You directly outright insulted another person who's a regular on chat, and that's why you're banned. So if you want to apologize for that and say, I will never do something like that again, then I'll consider unbanning you. Carlton Jr. to me $1.50 says, well, I do agree with you that some games don't fit your mainstream viewing audience. I do think you have to draw the line between what people want to see versus trolling. No matter what game you play, people complain. It's just your community. I mean, you're right. Listen, it's not even trolling. It's a matter of, as I say this all the time, you can't please all of the people all of the time. You can please everyone some of the time. You can please some people all of the time, but there's no way everyone's always going to be happy. Every moment I'm doing something, someone wants something else. Right now, I stopped playing Halo to do Q&A, but now people who wanted to see Halo were pissed. And there's nothing you can do about that. You can't be perfect. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And, you know, I'm sad that there are people who want to see a certain kind of game, but then when I go to play it, I'll give you an example here. Dead Cells. People for years have said, play Dead Cells. It's like the best roguelike slash Metroidvania hybrid style game. I just played it the other night. People were bored to tears on the stream. I'm serious. People were not interacting. They were talking about other things. They were completely disengaged from the game. And I didn't even know Dead Cells was Metroidvania. So I started playing it. I'm like, oh, this game kind of feels like Symphony of the Night to me. And immediately I was like, I know what's going to happen. And exactly what I thought happened. People tuned out and stopped paying attention. I don't know what it is about certain games. They just don't get attention on my stream. I don't get it because other people can play those games, and it's fine. If you know, people will attend and support. And I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. You know, I do my best to put a variety of stuff out there, so that way if I'm playing a game that's not your cup of tea, you can always come back later. But there's definitely some games that just traditionally don't take off. And again, I am both a content creator, a lifelong gamer, but also this is my job. I have to do something that people want to see so that I can pay my bills. You understand? You know, it's kind of, everything goes hand in hand, and there's nothing I can really do about that. I just have to accept that fact. So if there's a game style that I like and you guys don't, I can't play it. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm doing so ridiculously well playing other games, then maybe I can wedge in a game that's not doing so well and it's okay. But right now, I got to be playing stuff you guys want, you know? Local Nomad, no. I did not look at emotes. We're going to look at emotes Tuesday morning on the pre-stream podcast. I'll bring up the list of emotes that we have available that I can add right away. We'll talk about them together, and we'll try to decide collectively what the new emote will be for the channel. Because right now I got an empty spot, not even filled. What Resident Evil game do I think Capcom should remake next? I personally think they should remake Code Veronica. This is only fear of death. Either Code Veronica or Zero. 4 is what apparently they're remaking, and I really don't feel that needs a remake that strongly. Graphical overhaul, sure. And yes, maybe refining the controls, but it's not like 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3 are tank controls, fixed camera angles. They don't even feel like anything a modern gamer would want to play. Resident Evil 4, yeah, it's a little bit on the slower side, but yes, it's a great game. I just played the entire original game, and I loved it. You know, I think that they should remake the older tank control style games again for modern audience. Do them from the ground up, make them better games. In reality, like a game like Code Veronica, if they remake it, they could actually make it a significantly better game than the original, I feel. Good night, Kevin. Thank you for chilling with me, and thank you for the super chats tonight. Derek says, not a question, I just want to let you know I've actually been enjoying the Daily Wrap and Pre-Stream podcast. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad that I started doing it like that. I really am enjoying the fact that you guys like the new things on my channel, okay? Even though, let's be honest, is the Pre-Stream podcast exploding with viewership? No. Is the Daily Wrap so crazy popular? No. But I know there's people that are appreciating it. You know, they're getting value in it, and that's why I do it. So I'm happy to hear that, Derek. Pinocchio has tipped me $2. Thank you so much, Pinocchio. I appreciate that. It is now time for the Gunner Glasses. We have hit the goal, the Gunner Glasses goal. Thank you for that. Possum says, I'll tip $100 now if you agree to a full playthrough of Dead Cells. I can't even do that. I literally just explained to you, Possum, that I played it last night. I liked it. I actually really liked it. I thought it was interesting because it felt like Symphony of the Night. And I like Symphony of the Night. So I was like, oh, this is cool. I would consider doing this in the future. I'm interested. But then as I was playing it, Literally, the people disengaged. People stopped talking about the game entirely. They went off and had their own conversations that was completely unrelated to anything going on the stream. And by the end of that hour that I played it, people were like, dude, this is boring. And this happens every effing time that I play a Metroidvania-style game. Every time. The only exception was Metroid Dread. And I think the reason there was because it was a hot new game that everyone wanted to see me play. But outside of that, you know, it just never seems to work. And it sucks because I liked it. Ramrod says Disco Elysium qualified for viewer's choice. If Danganronpa can be qualified, so can Disco Elysium. It's a 20-hour game depending on how much you invest in the game. As long as it's not exceptionally long, I'm okay with it. If it's not 40, 50 hours long, I'm okay with it. I can't play a game for 40, 50 hours and it takes me 3 months to beat. I just can't do it anymore. It's too much. Every viewer's choice game being like this, you're going to end up with unfinished games like what happened with Divinity. So, yeah, I'm not doing that again. Have you ever thought of playing MLB The Show for a Game Pass option, says Brosa. I have played MLB The Show in the past before I had an Xbox, and I like it, but man, after, you know, a week or two, it gets tedious because it's kind of the same thing over and over. What I treat MLB like is more of a late-night chill stream where we just talk and interact while I kind of play a game, because it's not that serious of a game that takes ridiculous amounts of attention or whatever to play. But I don't know if I would play it this year, even though it's under Game Pass. I don't know. When does it come out? March? I think it comes out in March. We'll have to see. Excuse me. Yeah, good night, Derek. Have a good night. I'll see you Tuesday. Really? Pinocchio says, Disco Elysium is good, but it's heavy on real-world politics. I don't know if you even want that on your stream. I might not. If it's going to make people get all fucking upset and argue with each other, maybe I don't want that. You know, I totally do not want politics to become a permeating part of my content or my streams. I purposely keep that stuff off my streams, even though, here's the thing, I have thoughts on politics. I do. But I'm not going to be talking about that because you guys aren't coming here for that. You're coming here for gameplay, chill vibes, cool interactions, fun conversation. You don't want people at each other's throats. Gun control. We're not going to do it. Okay. Well, I played WWE 2K22 in March. It's strongly possible. Not committing to it, but it's strongly possible. Okay. We had the members go earlier today, Jack. It was pretty crazy rallying. When we started the stream, we had been under the record. We were under 334, and the next thing you know, boop, people rallied, and we ended up getting 352, which is a record. Thank you, Broseph, for re-upping membership for 3 months. Says, thanks for keeping politics out of your streams. You're welcome, Broseph. I'm actually curious. How are we doing? We went down. We lost a member. We're only at 351. Son of a bitch. We lost a fucking member. How could that happen? We were at 352. It was a glorious new record, and we've lost the record tonight. Shit. Do I plan on playing Lost Judgment DLC? At this point, I'm done with Lost Judgment. Maybe in a future date, I'll want to go back and play it. I have zero desire to play anymore of the game. It overstayed its welcome, and I want to move on to other stuff. Okay. A pre-stream podcast intro that's 25 seconds long is way too long. I'm looking for 5 to 10 seconds tops. A very quick, abrupt, hey, welcome to the pre-stream podcast. Here you go. Whoop, and then we're there. No, I don't want anything of any length. Okay. All right. Anything else, guys? Anything else? Chat's starting to slow down. I don't get it. I thought you guys wanted Q&A. What's going on? Pinocchio says, I like the intro. Could have been better, especially the fonts. It definitely has room for improvement. Apparently, that was something that someone whipped up quickly. They just wanted to do something quick overnight. They didn't have a lot of time to work on it. And I said, hey, anything's better than nothing. I watched it. I was like, it's kind of funny. You know, funny reference and everything. So I tossed it in there. It's not necessarily going to be the canon intro every day. It's just something that I wanted to try out. So, no, I did not see Ronda Rousey return and win the Rumble. I don't watch wrestling. I've been telling my viewers this for almost 2 years. I really don't watch wrestling. I'm telling you guys this now. All right. Let me try to be as candid, honest, and upfront with you as I possibly can be. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. I, Phil Burnell, do not watch professional wrestling anymore. I stopped it during WrestleMania 2020. It's the last time I watched any wrestling at all. Since then, I have not watched a single match of wrestling. Not SmackDown, not Raw, not any other shows from WWE, no pay-per-views. I haven't seen any AEW at all. I've never seen a single match in AEW. Now, on Twitter, I follow wrestling as a trend. So I get to see wrestlers post up. I get to see results of certain pay-per-views. At least I kind of get in the know of what's going on. Because as a curiosity, as someone who was a lifelong fan of wrestling, I do like to see where the industry's going and changes and things like that. But I don't watch the product. I quite frankly just don't have time. I stopped watching it because I just didn't have time to watch it all anymore. And I have no plans on going back. All right? So no, I do not watch wrestling. I did not see the Royal Rumble. I don't care to see the Royal Rumble either. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Or allow me to summarize the answer. No! Okay, here we go. Marty says, I think the Ubisoft NFT thing is more about giving players the ability to resell their cosmetics in the blockchain. For example, that mohawk you got in Halo, when it's rare in years, you could sell it. Exactly. No, you're right. That's exactly what Ubisoft is trying to say. They're trying to be like, oh, gamers don't get it. What it's going to be is added value for the gamer. Yeah, you play your game today, but then you can resell stuff in it later, and it has value. And what the gamers are outright coming together saying is, we don't fucking care, you fucking stupid idiots. We want good games. Stop putting out shitty games and make good games, and that's all we care about. We don't care about reselling cosmetics in a fucking game years later. When I buy Tom Clancy's shitty team shooter number 72, I'm trying to get a game that I can play as fun, you know, whether it's with friends or whatever. That's what you're buying the game for. You're not buying Tom Clancy's shitty team co-op shooter 72 with the hopes that in 3 years you can sell a special lens on your rifle for $4,000. You're not doing currency speculation when you buy a video game. You just want a good game. But literally, Ubisoft thinks that's what gamers want, or that's what they're going to be doing. Like, I don't buy games and play games based off of what is in the game. I do it on the possibility of making money later. You know what I'm saying? And that's ridiculous. That's how out of touch can you be? You are a game maker who doesn't understand that what you do is make games. You're not like a currency creator, and you're not like in the business of how do they say, you're not in the business. It sounded like my Xbox just turned on, but it didn't. Hold on a second. It actually made the... Do you guys hear that? What the fuck? Something very odd is going on. You hear that, right? One of my consoles just turned itself on. It sounds like the Xbox One. It's making an insanely loud noise. What the fuck is that? It's not the PS5. It's the Xbox One, I think. I might have to go unplug it, because it sounds like it's all fucked up. What is going on? Oh! I see what it is. I know what it is. Okay. I fixed it. So, wow, that was weird. So I know what it is. Here's what happened, okay? So earlier tonight, when I first started this stream, the power went out here for about a minute, not even. It was like maybe 10, 20 seconds. And then it came up back. So what happened was, I have a power adapter over there for the Xbox One, okay? My original Xbox One power adapter died years ago. And I still have the Xbox One and Xbox One power adapter over there. And what happened was, when the power went out, the power adapter must have malfunctioned. For some really weird reason, it just turned on again. I don't know what prompted it to turn on this late, but it just turned on again. And then it turned on the Xbox, and then the whole thing malfunctioned. And the fan was screwing up, and everything was all screwed up. That was really weird. So now I unplugged it, replugged it. It stopped now. So I think it's good. I don't know. It might have broken. The thing is, I don't think I'm ever going to need to use my Xbox One ever again. I kept it as a backup, but I think I'm good. Like, my Xbox Series X seems to be really good. I don't really have issues with it. So I guess I'll probably be all right. And even if that thing just broke again, I doubt I'm going to buy another power adapter for my Xbox One because I don't think I'll need it ever again. So, very odd. Man, I was like, what is that fucking noise? It sounded weird as shit. It's actually good that that happened when I was in here. Because if it happened when I wasn't in here, it might have been the whole house would hear the noise. Like, what the fuck is that? Freak me out. Okay. All right. Continuing on. Hey, what's the next question, guys? Let's see. I can get back to what people are saying here. By the way, thank you, guys. We did hit the 100 likes. We're actually at 111 likes. I really appreciate that. Did we get super chats here? Oh, there was a couple super chats I missed. I'm sorry, guys. So, first of all, Kyle did a super chat saying, you seem pretty chill. I discovered you through Review Tech. You made me think you were a flat-out weirdo. That's why I'm not quick to judge. You tell me what's weird about what I do, right? Maybe the other night when I was sucking cucumbers, kissing chickens, and taking my shirt off on stream. Oh, wait, that was actually Rich. You tell me what I'm doing that's weird. I'm just a fucking normal dude hanging out with you guys, man. So thank you, Kyle. I appreciate that super chat. Alex from Phoenix did a super chat saying, did I ever have a supernatural encounter? I just answered that earlier in this very this very Q&A video. I said no, I never have. I have an open mind about it, but no, I've never had anything like that happen to me personally, and therefore that's why I don't really have anything to speak about it. Okay. This webcam is 1080p. It's just old as shit. This webcam is 1080p resolution. Right now, it's 1080p pixels. It's just the webcam sucks. It's a tiny little lens. It's really small. Like, ridiculously small lens. Like, I'm not even kidding. My fingers right now are the size of the lens. That's how small the fucking lens is in this camera. So the lens is terrible, and because of that, the camera looks like shit. This webcam I've been using for over a decade. Over a decade. Yeah. Jade says, I love Serious Sam 4. Play it again. I probably will eventually play it again. We're now doing a Game Pass marathon. Maybe it'll get voted in again. If not, I get the feeling it's the kind of game that's just kind of silly fun that people would like to see long term anyway. So I probably will go back and play Serious Sam 4 again at some point. No, there's no shirtless goal. It's disgusting. That's absolutely disgusting suggestion. I'm very upset with you now. Yes, we still have the plushie of the squirrel that I used to have on the couch. His name is Chestnut. He was right over here for the whole Christmas month. Did you see him? He was right over here. We had a Noel like basket with a bunch of pine cones and simulated snow, and Chestnut was in the basket for the entire month of December. So, yes, he'll come back periodically for stuff. What are the plans, or what are the odds of me returning to Divinity 2 this year? 0.0%. 0.0. It's actually smaller than 0.1%. I'm not playing it. Am I digging RCS or I think it's getting stale? I've only played it for 6 hours and I'm loving it, Carlton. I don't have any complaints about it right now besides the graphics suck, which we all knew going into it that the graphics were stinky and not good enough. But outside of that, I am enjoying the game a lot. So guys, I will be around for about another 20 minutes or so. Thanks for being a great audience, and for those who've contributed, thank you. It would be great if we get a few more tips to make up. Earlier today, we did not hit the hat goal either. It's been a very slow day. It would be great if we could pick it up a little bit with maybe some contributions tonight with tips, if you can. Just saying. You know, I know some people are super chatting or whatever. That helps long term, but right now I really can help. Tomorrow's my day off. The tips I'll have for my day off. You see? Okay. No, I don't have a collection of Pokemon cards. I don't have a collection of any cards. I never collected those kind of cards at all. Pinocchio to the $1.50 says, sorry to bring this up. It's off topic. I know Review Tech will attack you and then send people to come harass you. Even though he's had psychopaths trolling him for years, you would think he would have more empathy for considering he's dealt with his own detractors. Yeah, here's the thing. I don't know what he's doing. I don't watch his stuff. I literally have no clue. I have people who send me shit all the time. They're like, here's a clip of Wings of Redemption talking shit about you. Here's a clip of Review Techs talking shit about you and saying that people should do this and that. I don't pay any attention to it. I have no idea why people would listen to that crap to begin with, but, you know, I can't stop these content creators from being irresponsible. I just can't. There's nothing I can do about it. I just have to live with the repercussions, and what I do is I control my streams. So if people come over here and troll, I say, oh, okay, nice, ban, and I move on, you know? I'm not going to sit here and dwell on it. I'm not going to cry. You know, Review Tech, you're absolutely right. He's someone who has had systematic harassment done against him over the years, and instead of, like, trying to get, you know, call it out for what it is, instead he seems like he embraces it, right? Like, it seems like a lot of his haters he embraces, and he tries to make money off of them, which I guess is fine, but take a look at the kind of crap that he now does. You know, this is a guy who back in the day used to actually review technology, and he was known for that on YouTube, and he degraded himself into a daily just talk about drama shit, insult people, and do drama videos, and suck cucumbers and kiss chickens and take his shirt off. Like, I mean, wow. What quality content for YouTube. You really have a meaningful existence here on the site, right? And so, I mean, I wouldn't ever want to be like that. I'm someone who I think what I do has value, and yes, I'm not nearly as popular as other people who do these kind of crazy, over-the-top, prank, stunt, drama, insult-style videos, but I'm happy with what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I go to sleep at night, I'm like, okay, I put out great gameplay today. We had a good stream today. All right, I can sleep with that. I don't have to worry about, wow, I put out shit that's harmful to others, stuff that's going to hurt people and their livelihood, stuff that's going to get people harassed. I don't ever have to worry about that because I don't do that shit, you know? If anything, all the things you can say over the years, right, that you could say about Phil. You could say 10 years ago, I might have made some racially charged comments and or sexualized comments and or outright bad jokes. And I've apologized for those over the years, and I've changed my way that I don't do that stuff anymore, right? Outside of that, can you tell me anything else I've ever done that's been harmful? Like, can you tell, like, back in the day, I used to talk out of my ass about games like Minecraft and stuff. I don't do that anymore. I've tried to actively make myself better over the years due to your feedback of telling me the things that I screwed up. And I to my knowledge, you guys are telling me that, yeah, in the modern day, things are a lot better. And, you know, that's why it's nice to be a part of these nice social streams where it's a more chill vibe and it's a more open atmosphere and it's more intelligent and it's more meaningful than the shit I used to do 10 years ago, acting like an asshole on the internet, right? Right? And the thing is, at the end of the day, when I turn off my stream, I can say, did I hurt anyone on my stream today? No. Did I outright really destroy another content creator? Did I destroy another person? Did I insult someone? No. My streams are innocent. We're just sitting here having fun with games, right? There's literally people out there, I hate to say it, yeah, like Rich and others, they don't care what they do. They don't care about who they hurt. They don't care about the repercussions of their actions. To them, as long as I made $1 today, I had a good day. To me, it's like, I don't even care about the dollar. I just want to make sure that I didn't hurt anyone and I had a good day, a positive day, that people feel like what I did had meaning. You know what I mean? That's the kind of guy I am. I told you guys this, I was raised Roman Catholic, and that might be a big part of it, that growing up as a Roman Catholic, I have these morals ingrained in me that if I have a bad day, I do something bad or I act out stupidly and I hurt someone, I feel bad about it afterward. Now I don't want to do that anymore. You know what I mean? You know, I've learned from my mistakes. I feel, at least people tell me, I seem like a different guy, and I try my best to not do crap, hurtful content on the internet. As much as I know that going down that road of, if I just sat here all day crapping on people constantly, constant insults, right? Making fun of people, watching other people's videos and riffing on it, crapping on them, you know, drama crap, current events, news crap, just constantly doing that. Number one, it's the easiest content to put out. It really is. Being negative is some of the easiest content you can do. There's no creativity there. It's just literally just opening your mouth and having turds come out. And I could do that all day if I wanted to, but I don't want to be a negative, toxic influence on the internet. You want to know who the negative, toxic influence is? The people who take my stuff and then say it's something that it's not. You know what I'm saying? So, really dumb in that regard. It is what it is. But yeah, I really wish that people like Rich would actually be more self-conscious and realize that what he does on a daily basis can be very harmful, especially when you have the audience he has. He has a much bigger audience than I have, and he doesn't really act responsibly with the stuff that he says and does. There's been times he'll literally come out and make a video, DSPGaming in peril. Wow, Phil doesn't make critical changes. DSPGaming will be going out of business. And these are times like, this is years ago. I never talk about the guy. I never mentioned him. We didn't have any beef or nothing. Out of the blue, he'll make a video like that. Oh, well, he got views today. It was like a big drama video about DSPGaming failing. So what would happen? People would come to DSPGaming. Haha, your channel's failing. You suck. Haha. Downvote the videos. Phil sucks. Phil sucks. It's like, Wow, Rich, you really had a conscious thought in your head today, didn't you? No, you didn't. You thought, how can I make a buck today? And you didn't give a fuck about that. Really. And that's really messed up. I wish that he would realize that he has to be more self-aware of what he's doing. Because when you have that power and you have that reach, you have to do what's responsible. And I feel like he's just not responsible, you know? Okay, now we got a lot of things to shout out here. Hold on a second here. Some super chats just came in. CSSH 2015 did a super chat saying, how do you become a member? I can't find it. All you got, here's the easiest way to do it. I'm going to type !membership into the stream chat. That actually brings up the direct link. Okay? That'll pop up in a second. Oh, by the way, have a good night, Jade. Oh, so Nightbot just posted up a link. Click on that link for the membership. It'll bring you right to the page to do it. Because everyone's different. If you're on mobile, if you're on desktop, it's all different. But if you just click on that link, it should do it for you. Bring you right to it. Kyle did another super chat. He says, Rich is involved with politics. It's destructive. Like him hating on Trump doesn't help out for his growth. He does ban people if they hurt his feelings. See, and I'm not, again, listen, I've told you guys the truth. You guys know the truth if you really listen. I don't like Trump. I don't like the Democrats either. I think that everyone in government power right now in our country is an underhanded scumfuck who literally is just trying to get ahead for themselves. They're trying to oppress the people and basically make it so that they're always in power and everything goes to them. I really don't feel that either side is trying to help us at all. They say that they are, but I don't believe it. I really don't believe their bullshit. I really feel that they're all just out for themselves. Because how is it that we have a fucking pandemic and the best they can do is vaccines super late and a fucking check for like $1,000? That's what our government does for us to save us from a fucking pandemic. It's like, you're out of your minds, right? So I don't like anyone. You know what I mean? So if I actually did ever talk about politics, it would be very different than what people are expecting. I'm not polarized one way or the other. I think both sides are fucked, and they're both kind of fucking us in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny that you say that. So he opens up his mouth and he says he hates Trump. One side hates him, right? If I said, oh, I hate the Democrats or I hate Trump, one side would hate. I hate everyone. So guess what? I guess everyone hates me. You know what I mean? I hate everyone. Everyone must hate me. So there you go. Thank you, CSSH, for becoming a channel member. I appreciate that. All right, now on the tip side of things, Game Trekker did two more $5 tips. His first tip says, Disco Elysium, in my opinion, that would be an amazing playthrough if your viewers gave it a chance, which they should, but it's hard to predict. It's a very narrative-oriented game like Heavy Rain, but with brilliant and genuinely funny writing. Then he did another $5 tip and says, by the way, Disco Elysium does have voice acting. It does not have real-world politics. It's not even set on Earth. It's a murder mystery, and there's a lot of political theory, but you don't have to engage with that at all. I'll be keeping it in mind for viewers' choice. Sounds good. And as long as it's not like an 80-hour game, if it's like 20, 30 hours or shorter, then I would say, yes, it's eligible for viewers' choice. And by the way, like I said, it's on Game Pass. So it's accessible for me to get pretty easily. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you guys. Let's keep going. We still got about roughly 10 minutes or so for Q&A, whatever you want to ask. Jack Anderson says, would I have played the DSP drinking game? No, I would be dead. If anyone actually played the DSP drinking game, they would have died. So I'm glad that no one ever did. I know some people don't get that reference. It's a long-standing joke. No, Monica, I've never played an instrument. When I was younger, I had interest in playing the drums, and then I had interest in playing the guitar, but I never put any significant amount of time into it, so I never learned, unfortunately. I actually just noticed that, now this is weird, the stats for my stream are continuing to be correct, but then when the power went out, it never updated the contributions leaderboard here, which is really weird. There we go. Weird. Yeah, there they are. Now the new ones are popping up. How weird. Wonder why that happened. Anyway, let's see here. Oh, no. Serenity Nelson, what do you like to drink? When I drink a lot of different things. I drink a lot of different things. I used to drink rum and Coke very, 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 very much, and I don't anymore because I'm kind of sick of that. Vodka and cranberry juice, I think is not vodka cranberry juice, excuse me, vodka grapefruit juice, I actually think is quite good. You you know, a gin and tonic, a margarita. When I go out, I'll get other things too. Like, I want to make this at home, but I would get a Mai Tai at a restaurant or something like that. I drink a lot of different things. Excuse me, that's disgusting. Alex from Phoenix did a super chat, says, do you own a black cowboy hat like Jim Ross? Yeah. This is the cowboy hat that's eligible. When we hit $100 in tips, you guys vote on what hat for me to wear, and this is one of the hats. This is the hat that I used to only wear when I did Ask the King, my Q&A show, and I've wore this for over 10 years for Ask the King, but now people have wanted it in the rotation for when I hit a $100 tip goal. So there you go. Thank you for the super chat, Alex. Jade, I'm not sure what you're saying. You're saying, can I play King of Fighters? I will be playing King of Fighters when it comes out, but I don't know exactly what you mean by what you're saying. Okay. Yes, I did shout out CSSH 2015 for becoming a member. I did say thank you for that, and that's why we're back up to 352 members here tonight. Am I going to play Legends Arceus this week? Yes. Monday night and... No, excuse me. I completely screwed that up. Tuesday night and Thursday night right now are the Pokemon Legends Arceus streams that are scheduled. Although, if I don't do Halo this week, which it sounds like I might just not do Halo after Wednesday, it might be my last Halo stream for a while, then maybe we'll do Pokemon again on Sunday night. We might actually play 3 times this week. We'll see. Okay? Ooh, my eyeball. Ah. What game have I enjoyed the most recently? Honestly, I had a really great January. I liked everything. I actually was pleasantly surprised with how much I liked Resident Evil 4 once we got into it. But the game that's actually giving me the most kind of really relaxing, chill vibes is Skyrim. It's a game that I'm now remembering why I named it Game of the Year 2011, way back when. Just the open world aspect of it, the insane amount of content in the game, people interacting with me, having conversations and fun, but then they're helping me with the gameplay elements. It's actually like the ultimate interactive stream game, and it feels really cool to be going back to it and enjoying it at this pace. And you know what? I think people figured out the reason this would work is how good the Fallout New Vegas playthrough was over last summer, that they wanted something similar, so that's why they voted in Skyrim for Christmas, and that's why they wanted to see more of it. So no major overtime tonight. Like I said, I'll be here for just a couple more minutes for Q&A, but I gotta get going. You know, Kat is home tonight. We're preparing for a day off. In fact, tonight we have to do our big list, our big grocery list for all our shopping for the week, which takes a lot of extra time, so I cannot be here super late tonight. Swang says it seems Techland, that's the company making Dying Light 2, is in the good graces with a lot of people leading up to the release of Dying Light 2 because of their transparency and care. That must be the best feeling for devs. I'm sure it is. And, you know, Dying Light 2 got delayed 1,000,000 times. It was supposed to come out years ago, and it just kept getting delayed. As long as the game ends up being good at release, I don't think people are going to complain. They'll be happy. Hey, take 5-6 years to make your game if your game ends up being outstanding. So I actually hope this ends up being a success story, and Dying Light 2 ends up being as good, if not even better than expectations. But we'll see. You never know. The first one, all those bugs. Oh my god. Man, I'm starting to get tired now. So I'd say last couple of minutes, guys. Any final questions? If you could, final questions, everyone, please. And any final contributions or whatever would all be greatly appreciated. It's time to give it a wrap. I'm tired, man. Thank you, Pickle Manny. I'm enjoying tonight's stream. Hope you and Kat have a nice day off tomorrow. Thank you. It's a nice thing to say. A nice wish. Ooh. Serenity Now says, what would you want to see in Europe? Socialism, history, the architecture, the cafes, the bars, the outdoor dining. Honestly, the two major things. I mean, obviously, when you go to a place like that, you'd want to do touristy stuff. But here's the thing. I think we're smarter than that. Like, for example, you go to Paris, don't even go to the Eiffel Tower, right? See it, take a picture of it from afar. Why the fuck do I want to wait in line for hours to go up the thing? Fuck that. Go to Paris and enjoy the food. Go to Paris and go to the nice views, right? Like the architecture, things that are nice. Don't bother with the tourist trap shit. Because that's what everyone does. They go there and they do the tourist trap shit to say they did it. And it's the same thing everyone else did. I would much rather go there and do like a tour of good food and you know, things that are known as like relaxing, rather than fucking go and do the tourist shit that's boring and very time consuming, you know? No, I do not buy organic foods. Absolutely not. Have a good night, Alex from Phoenix. Thanks for chilling with me. There you go. Devin says, better idea. If you're going to do the touristy shit, just watch a video tour on YouTube. You're right. Why not just watch video tours of people doing that shit and then do the stuff you can only do there in person? You can't eat the food on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You got to be there to enjoy that experience. So do the stuff you have to be there for while you're there, but then do everything else on YouTube and save yourself time and money. Right. I agree with you there. Yes, Game Tracker, since Disco Elysium is on Game Pass, it could be eligible for the Game Pass Marathon. The thing is, we already went through all the Game Pass games during a stream in early January, and people did not want to see Disco Elysium, so we skipped over it. So it wasn't eligible because people just said, nah, we're not even that interested. So it would basically mean kind of undermining the work we did in early January and re-adding games again. We already still have like another 10 games possible, and like 4 or 5 games that people have been irking me to go back to that I played like once. So I don't know if we would re-add Disco Elysium at this point, but maybe it would be good if we do end up doing like a viewer's choice event, that it could be something to be nominated and voted on then, okay? Anto Kamaru, I've never played an Atelier game, but from what I've seen about them, they don't seem very interesting or anything catered to something I'd be interested in. There's just some games where the type of gameplay, the genre, the subject matter is not interesting to me, and that's one of them. So it doesn't matter how many times you actually ask me about playing it, likely I'm going to say, I don't care, I'm not interested. Okay? Okay. All right, last chance, guys. Last chance for a question before I adjourn for the night, and I say adieu, and I say goodbye for tomorrow as well, and I'll come back on Tuesday reinvigorated. It seems like there's no more questions, actually. It looks like stream chat's dramatically slowing down, and people are going to sleep. People are actually just falling spontaneously. Going to sleep like that. Narcolepsy. Because no one's talking. Seriously, no one's saying anything. I'm not even kidding. The whole time I've been talking, there's still not a new message in the chat. Will I be playing Stranger of Paradise and Gran Turismo 7 in March? I have no idea. Maybe, maybe not. It really depends directly on how the things are going from February, because some of those games are coming out the last week of February. Like Elden Ring is the last week of February. So obviously if I'm heavily into Elden Ring, loving it, and you guys are loving it, and I'm playing the shit out of it, no, I'm not going to stop playing it to play a knockoff game, which is literally what Strangers in Paradise looks like. So, let's see what happens. Yes, the trash situation out here is completely fine. They came last week and picked up the back trash. Then they came this week and picked up the correct trash. So now everything is fine. The trash is finally settled here. All right, I will entertain one more question for the night. None of these questions are any good. Just listen. What are your thoughts on the moon landing? Do you eat liver and onions? Are you taking the Lambo or the Rolls Royce out for tomorrow's day off? Wow. Do I see myself doing this at 60? Doing this right now? What I'm doing right now at 60? Exactly the way I'm doing it? No. What I think will happen is as I get older, my audience will change a little bit as well as me. and I'm not going to be wanting to do constant gameplay anymore. Like, I like doing constant gameplay now, but as I get older, I very well know things are going to happen. Like, I'll probably get arthritis. I'm already starting to get some arthritis in this right hand, where I get tenseness and pain sometimes. I know that I'm probably going to have issues with hand-eye coordination. It's going to slow down over time, and I'm not going to be able to do the reactions I need to even, you know what I mean, to do the games anymore. When you get older, those things actually start to fall apart. So, likely I will still play games, and I will likely still be playing a lot of games, but I'll likely break up my content, where it'll be like some of it is games, some of it is more just open discussion kind of deal. Maybe eventually I will do stuff that's political, but that would be separated completely from my gameplay content. The last thing I would want is have DSPGaming be about politics. I would be like, DSPGaming would still be the place for the gaming stuff, but maybe I'd have somewhere else for that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I basically, what I'm thinking is the older I get, I have to adjust my content to be what I can still do, or maybe what I can do better as I get older. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. You know, and a lot of people are like, will you ever get another job? You know, at one point I was gung-ho for that. You know, 2-3 years ago, that was my plan, was to actually phase out streaming, and then COVID happened. And when COVID happened, that was the end of that. If I didn't stick as a streamer, I would have had no job during COVID, and I would have lost everything. You know, this is the most consistent thing I've ever done. It's definitely the most stable thing I've ever done. As crazy and volatile as this is, it's the most stable thing I've ever done. I'd be nuts to say I will quit this and go do something else. I would be a moron. Because all the other jobs I've had in my life that I thought would be consistent and stable all fell apart from under me. So I might as well have control over what I'm doing the way I do now. I've seen time and time again that no matter what happens, you guys will support me no matter where I go or what I have to do to keep things going. You guys come out and support in droves, and I really appreciate that. So thank you guys. Seriously, look at this tonight. Playing Halo, it's not really working out. Oh well, let's do Q&A for an hour, and then we have fun with Q&A. Right? I like that. I like that flexibility. I like the fact that you guys are down to just kind of chill with me no matter what I do. It's awesome. It's a good feeling. It makes me feel like I do have, as crazy as it sounds, I have job security even though I don't even know where I'll be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no guarantee that I'll be on YouTube full-time forever. Doesn't mean that I won't have job security. You guys want to see me do something where I go, right? And that's damned awesome. So, all right, guys. I think that's it. I want to say thank you, guys. Thank you guys very much for everything. I really appreciate you guys chilling with me here today. This is a great streaming week as well. It was a really entertaining week and a great month as well. Today's the last streaming day I'm doing in January. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks for a great day, week, and month. And now when I come back, we're actually February, right? We're moving into a new month, the crazy month with all these new game releases. It's going to be wild. You're going to have way more people showing up for the new release content and stuff. It's going to be very interesting. Thank you all for your support. Thanks for the changes that I instituted this month, including, you know, asking for likes on videos and asking for likes on streams. Thank you for adopting that and supporting me in that way. That's going to help out long-term in the channel. It really will. And I'm really looking forward to coming back on Tuesday and getting, you know, hitting the ground running with the new stuff. So, guys, thank you so much. Great Q&A stream. Awesome.